I am Justin Hicken, the owner of Balance Financial Technology. Balance is a revolutionary new app that is designed to overcome some of the weaknesses and drawbacks of the budget software market. The first idea for what would become Balance formed the first semester of my freshman year of college. Being new to college and having a financial freedom that I had never had before, I was so excited. I would go grocery shopping and throw in a couple treats because I could. I could go out to eat anytime I wanted or go watch any movie I wanted. I was loving this newfound financial freedom. I was loving it all the way until my first overdraft fee. It was that $5 transaction that ended up costing close to $50 after bank fees that made me realize I needed to save money. After this, I made a strong effort to watch what I was spending, but I wanted help. My first place to turn was a budgeting software. I went out and asked people what kinds of services they used and was surprised that there wasn't a consensus. Many people used to use budgets but stopped because they didn't help them. This made me discouraged, but I didn't stop looking. Finally, I settled on using two different apps, Mint and EveryDollar. They worked well enough for a time. They showed me how much I had in my bank account and showed transactions and were generally helpful until I received my second overdraft fee. I was dumbfounded. I had checked my budgets that morning, and I was supposed to have enough money. I found that neither EveryDollar or Mint had updated fast enough to tell me of my low account balance. By this time, I was starting to lose faith in budgeting. I decided that I would have to make my own budget on Excel, which worked great. It had all of the categories I needed and gave me a solid view of my financial situation. But this was difficult to use and time-consuming. I had to keep track of every transaction myself in order to know the true account balance. I thought, there must be a better way. I needed something that was handy like Mint, but was customizable and flexible enough like Excel. It was then I remembered those who I had talked to earlier about budgeting. I went back to them and talked about their pains. They spoke about how Mint would show lots of colorful graphs and statistics, but it would be hard to find the actual account information. When the users found their account information, they often found transactions had been auto-categorized incorrectly, causing more work. Another complaint was that the accounts would often wait until transactions had processed before updating totals. This is what led to my second overdraft fee. During this time of looking for pain points, the idea for Balance started to form. The people I talked to needed a simple budget, one that showed the account totals front and center, a budget that would update frequently and show the true total of your bank account, despite processing periods. Thinking of my own experience, the app would have total customizable options to make budgeting more effective. I wanted to see if something like this existed because it seemed all the well-known budgeting software didn't really meet consumer needs. After hours of searching, I concluded that I was onto something new and unique. Having this format, I went out and talked to people around campus and the Provo area to get feedback. I found that those who were most willing to use the product were those individuals and families in the middle to lower class who had to manage their expenses in order to afford the necessities of life. Unfortunately, I had not hit it out of the park. Those who I was validating my idea with felt that the app would just be another budget and not keep up with their fast pace and mobile lifestyles. In addition, many felt that they could not justify paying for this when free alternatives were available, so I had to pivot and tweak the design. The hardest thing to overcome was paying for the app. If no one pays for it, why would I build it? I decided to talk to people in the banking industry to figure out how Mint and EveryDollar could exist if they were free. I found out that these apps make their money through commissions. On average, these apps make $16.70 per customer per year. I was dumbfounded. This was more revenue than paid versions. All of a sudden, making Balance was feasible again, and Balance shifted to a free mass market product. To resolve the issues about being another budget, I realized that Balance would need to be bigger. It needed to be a money manager and financial assistant. It was through this process that our biggest difference came to be. I developed text updates. Whenever customers use their debit or credit card, Balance software analyzes their accounts and notifies the customer of their pending charge, and asks them to categorize it. This is done by a non-invasive text sent seconds after the card is swiped, and the categorization process takes less than 5 seconds. In addition, Balance would send either daily or weekly updates on your budget and trends to help the user stay on course. I took this advanced prototype to the people for additional validation of the direction I was taking. I talked to over 60 people. Of those 60 people, 41% already had a budget that they were using, and 59% did not. But over 93% that they would use Balance as their budgeting method of choice, and asked when it would be available. The Business Model Canvas helped me through this journey. The Business Model Canvas helped me to identify important customer segments and how I could create a unique product that could be taken to market. Through personal pain, I discovered a large, unnoticed pain felt by much of the population, and through the Business Model Canvas and validation, I was able to develop a unique solution to meet their needs. This is Balance Financial Technology. Balance your budget, balance your life. Thank you.